Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. I'm Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson. We're in episode 3 of our series on off-season options, transitioning from body composition to body composition cycling, or how to manage your weight. And again, I think, Adam, because I'm lucky, I'm fortunate to have a lot of clients who just stay with me for years. It's almost just a given that we're just gonna move right into an off-season. So I have a client that comes to mind who we are planning, this first phase of an off season, which was very transitional. Let's get body weight and body composition up above metabolic set point. And then we're going to cruise a little bit. And then we're going to kind of, just pull back in correlating this with training, which is another thing we're going to talk about, another full episode. But then I'm going to be cycling really important training blocks for strength that include a calorie surplus. So you have to expect that you're going to have a little bit of an increase in body weight, maybe a little body fat. Then for some high intensity, what some people may consider deloads, which I wouldn't necessarily call it that, except that we're not going to emphasize some of those core strength movements for a month or two. And that's a chance to kind of catch our breath, let body composition settle back down a little bit, and then come back up. But I'm just interested because I'm not sure a lot of people plan this. If they don't just kind of dive into the off season and maybe just not pay attention, or maybe they hit a ceiling goal weight and they just stay there. But I think there's a lot to be said for how you manage and cycle your body composition in an off season. But you have a ton of experience, so I'd love to hear your feedback.
I like that you said a lot of people don't plan for that. And I would say I fall into that category because I'll kind of let someone roll with it until A, either they feel uncomfortable, or B, we start seeing that, they're just gaining a bunch of body fat in their midsection and actually, maybe not even getting stronger out of that, So is there a point that we're just pushing calories to eat more versus actually, making good progress? Insulin sensitivity is another thing too. If you're just getting, you want healthy weight gain. If you're just letting your blood glucose rise, that's definitely a problem. You can let cholesterol rise too. So you really do want to gain healthy weight. I think guys are the worst example of this, and females. Usually females aren't so free that they're just, letting their composition go to crap. But yeah, I would say the two parallels with males and females. Males are usually super aggressive in their weight gain and probably too aggressive, and women are probably too conservative most of the time.
Well, one of the things, I was just looking over at another monitor, I was trying to find a quote that I could share. You made me think of a client who is showing, the quote symptoms of somebody who is so excited and so engaged in her off season. That's kind of rare. Like I said, that's almost a time we lose a little focus. It's like, okay, the contest's over. Let's just chill out and do the off season. But I've gone through a cycle like this where, here, when she just hired me this summer, her body weight was at a perfect place, but I said, let's maybe tighten up a little bit. So when we get deeper into the off season, we have a chance to increase, level out, make sure we're where we want for the pre-contest starting point. And again, cycling these strength blocks. So we went through this major strength block. Her strength went through the roof. And now we're in a high intensity block where she's even, lost a few more pounds. And just looking forward to this next little surge, we're going to go through about another 8-week transition to a calorie surplus before we start prep. And listen to this quote. Coach, I'm a vicious dog just waiting to be let off the leash. I've been lifting for a long time, but never with the intentions of fat loss. Never have I ever prioritized recovery like this. Weight, strategize, blah, 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 blah. And she's talking about how much she's accomplished in this off season versus anything else. So here we are, still a couple months away from starting prep. And she says, I'm like a vicious dog waiting to be let off the leash. So I think that can help from a coaching perspective, or if you're a client handling your own off season, a competitor handling your own off season, just having those intentional cycles of how you manage your body composition with strength through the off season can be, I would argue that she's gaining a lot of this through sheer motivation. There's the technical aspect of matching the nutrition with the training, but talk about keeping somebody right there excited about every single workout. And I think that's how off season should be.
That's cool, because this sounds like the type of client who under your care now is getting the right amount of training. She probably overtrained prior to you, it sounds like. And, I do find that context a lot with really elite athletes. They want to train 7 days a week and they think more is better. And a lot of times they were still able to miraculously get as far as they did. But you start prioritizing those rest days, you really unlock a lot of doors.
You know me well. You read that exactly perfectly. Indeed, I tend to, with a lot of my clients, help them train harder, but with more recovery, a little less frequency. And she's definitely benefiting from that, which again, as you know, we're going to be talking about that in the next episode. So perfect segue. You guys stay with us. We're going to talk in episode 4 about how to manage these training progressions that we're talking about. We'll see you next time in Contest Prep University.